Hey guys, it's Mugeh Dota here. I thought I was just going to make a quick kind of commentary video talking about a recent Dota experience I have, focusing on a replay of mine, which is this gyrocopter game here. So basically this video is going to be how I learn from my replays, and you can kind of see before this I was on a bit of a green streak. You know, I had a lot of wins, some losses in between here as well, but mostly green days. I climbed a lot of MMR. I made it to 3-digit for support rank, which is pretty cool. I was playing Dota not for the MMR, I was just trying to improve each game, and that's kind of how I got these win streaks. I was loving the game, I was giving a good time. And then when I kind of had these 4 losses, I got very, very frustrated, and I felt like I was playing really well, so that's probably what was annoying. So after the 4th loss, I kind of took a step back and I thought there must be, or there might be something that I'm overlooking in my play. I might just be suddenly playing bad, because these games I was playing very, very well. I was never throwing games, maybe except this Molten game, but anyway. So I wasn't throwing, and then I had these 4 losses in a row where I feel like I was playing well, but it's my team's fault. This was quite a low rank game, so you know, all my teammates were not the best, but that's kind of how it is. I want to focus on my own mistakes and how I, you know, misplay. This Phoenix play is awesome, by the way. Brah. 336 Phoenix wins, 55% win rate. Pretty impressive. Anyway, let's get into the replay. So I think looking at losses for your replays is when you kind of learn the most, because that is when your mistakes get punished. It's kind of showing the problems of what you do wrong. Anyway, getting into the game, the first thing I wanted to talk about, I've already looked over this replay and I found many things that I did very stupid. So the first thing we're going to look at is about 8:30. So we're going to look at my play perspective here. And so what happens here is that the laner sees the Night Stalker TPing top, he sees the Clinks up there, and basically the laner decides to join them up there, so he TPs up top as well. So what I should be thinking here is my laner has left, he has gone to make a play top. There is a Storm mid who can kill me if he comes, but he's not. And there's Enigma somewhere in the jungle that I don't know. And I do see soon that the Phoenix comes back to my lane, so I'm saying it's me and the Phoenix. And what happens next, if we look at my play perspective, is that Storm gets off the map and he's walking towards bottom. And either I didn't recognize this or I didn't respect the gank. There was also a potential power rune that he could have gotten, and he ends up getting a rune. And basically, in this situation here, they know that Lena's TP top. They saw him TP top. They know that I'm alone. They have no way. They know that my team's not going to save me here. So this is an obvious time for Storm to gank. So in these situations, I shouldn't have walked to farm these camps. This is a very obvious pattern. I should have just backed off towards the tower or just hidden in the trees. Until the Storm showed himself. Because obviously the Storm could have been TPing top to join this fight. So there's many things the Storm could have been doing, but I shouldn't have taken the risk. If I take this risk in every game, I'll die in quite a lot of them. In some of them I'll get away with it, but generally this is a bad play. So we notice Storm takes the opportunity to get the free kill on the carry, which I think is the right thing for him to do. Very sad. And I feed the Phoenix 400 gold because I had such a great lane and he didn't have a great lane. Anyway, the next thing I want to look at is 1350. Pumping up some stacks. And this is actually something I did good, so let's get back a bit. Basically what I see happening here is I see a fight brewing mid. And I think fights in the mid are one of the most important for the position 1 to join, especially if it's convenient for them. Obviously, if I couldn't do anything, I wouldn't have gone, but I think taking fights here, especially, you know, in the middle of the map, is very, very important. So my puck is kind of playing around, the Clinks shows himself, my laner's there, and I decide to join. The reason that taking these fights, or helping my team in these fights in the mid lane is so important is, so like, either taking the enemy mid tower or defending our mid tower is very important. So, you can watch. I come in and we win the fight. It's good. Get some kills. It's very good for us. If we kind of watch here, we notice that we couldn't really push further. Because Cuddle and Phoenix tower defense is kind of ridiculous. And we were all low, which is unfortunate. We couldn't get this tower. It could have changed the game. Anyway, next thing I was going to look at is 18. Yeah. Alright, this is the next play I want to look at, and this is another really bad one. And for this we're going to have to stop and think about what heroes there are on the enemy team. So, the first thing we need to realize is that they have Phoenix and Coddle, which is an incredibly strong combo, because he can egg, and then the Coddle can blinding light. So basically, without BKBs, this egg is always going to go off. It's always going to win them the fight, and especially when they put down this Clink's ult, and they have the black hole, they have the ultimate team fight really with this combination. They put down the egg, they put down the blinding light, they put down the Coddle ult, they put down the Clink's ult. They have a black hole on top of it. It's ridiculous, and we kind of see how I really disrespect this, or I also position very badly. I kind of lose this fight for my team. I also called the fight, which is probably even worse. So what happens is they go on my puck bottom, and he kind of runs away. They kind of waste some spells on him. He jukes out. And I click on my Night Stalker, I see he has ult, and I'm saying we should fight bot. It's nighttime, we have Night Stalker ult. I think this is our timing, but it's really not. So the first thing that I'm doing really wrong here is I'm walking in first. This is really stupid. Just because they could put down so many spells on me and kill me. And I don't have my BKB, so I need to be chilling. So the Night Stalker catches up, and I kind of walk in to try and kill this egg. But then obviously we all get blinding lighted, it's ridiculous. And then the Enigma comes in from out of my vision and black holes me. And like, this is just when you see how terrible my positioning is here. I'm like I'm the deepest in, and I'm like the hero that needs to be in the back lines throwing up my spells. And then going in when it's a free fight. So basically, I shouldn't have been in a position that forces us to hit the black hole. We should have been able to. So basically, the way that we should have played this fight. So basically, the way that we should have played this fight is we should have all tried to force the egg and then disengaged. That was the only way we could play it, because this egg Coddle combo is very, very strong. And I kind of called for us to go in, and I was also way too deep. Alright, next thing I want to look at is a good fight that happens, and then something that happens bad afterwards. So what happens here is the puck kind of, once again, they go on the puck in our shrine. All these fights, oh no, they go on the Lina actually. So they find the Lina at our shrine. We'll take this fight, let's just watch it. This is just a good fight where we run them down. Basically the Phoenix isn't there, they don't have egg, they don't have Coddle ult, they shouldn't be fighting, this is them throwing. And we identified this and we just make the most of it. So we killed the Enigma. I managed to get this rocket on the Clinks, which is really good because we get a second kill. And we get a tower. And now we get to watch my misplay. So, puck TP's top, Lina's walking to the left, Night Stalker's also leaving. So, if you watch here, I kind of go, and we see there's 3 of my team leaving. They're walking off the map, they're walking to the left, so I'm alone and they have a Storm Spirit. And I'm just thinking, I'm gonna shove one more lane, I'm gonna push out the lane. But this is just stupid. Like, once again, this is a high risk, average reward. I mean, low reward, honestly. Pushing that lane's not worth it. And even worse, I hang around and wait for the camp to spawn and then kill it. This is just stupid. I had a TP too, I could have just TP top, and there's this safe farm waiting for me. I just can't farm here. I can't farm the triangle. Once again, I get picked off. La la la. Cool. So far we've thought about identifying how we should take the fights, so that's something that I've learned from the replay. I need to think about that more. especially their teamfight ultimates, and how I can play with them. Or like, do I need a BKB? And the answer is yes. I shouldn't really have done anything until I had this BKB, and it's heavily delayed. I mean, my net worth here, it's pretty good. You know, I'm the second highest. I'm doing alright, but the fact that I've gotten picked off twice by a storm, and that I've forced one of these bad fights, could be the reason that we lost. All right, we're gonna look at one more very bad fight where I still don't have my BKB. I've basically just respawned, and what happens is the clock decides to ult some creeps and dies. Vilena runs in to save. I mean, I'm also running in to save him. I think we can save the clock. Throw down a rocket. I'm doing the right thing by walking back here. We need to wait for the Night Stalker to come in silence. But basically the problem is that combo again. And without BKBs we can't destroy it. There's also the fact that the Phoenix turns it to daytime, which means that the Night Stalker loses a lot of attack speed, so it's a pretty good counter to Night Stalker, this Phoenix, for sure. I think it's great. Especially with the Coddle. The Coddle Phoenix is like a very good combo. I'm surprised we're not seeing more of it. I guess it's because of how countered it is by BKBs. And we didn't, our team here, we just didn't wait for this. So at this point, there's 2 dead. We've failed to kill the egg. They're all full. They still have Black Hole. They have a Will-O-Wisp down. And this is obviously the time for me to run away. I cannot help my team. This is like a lost cause. But I just decide to go in and try to kill the Enigma, who has Black Hole. And also a fresh BKB. Lovely. Yeah, another lost fight. Everyone dies. Pug also dies. Great. So this is the game that I thought I did well in. And I'm like a 6k player. I thought I played well here. And I was blaming my team in my head. So this shows, like, especially when you start to lose games, you're probably doing things badly. It's kind of hard to say that. When I first watched this replay, I watched this like twice. I kind of was looking at the other player perspective and like, oh, that was the reason we lost. And there obviously are bigger things that my teammates did that were reasons that we lost. But I think I'm playing position 1, so my throws are the most. Anyway, one last thing I'm going to look at is basically the last fight where we throw the game. Right, basically rage buyback. In my head, I thought it was good. I was like, this is the fight we have to win. We have to win this fight, otherwise we lose. But I have my BKB, I'm like, this is our timing. We're going to do it. Stupidly, I mean, because the Coddle's dead. I'm like, let's just get on the Phoenix with an Ice Stalker and kill him. But they have Black Hole. So like, this is just dumb. The Coddle buys back. The Puck is bottom. He can't make it to the fight in time. He's all the way down here. I think he has a TP scroll in 5 seconds. He didn't even have TP. And the clock and Lena are still kind of far away. And I'm committing with BKB. The Night Stalker's running in. He has BKB too. He could have killed the Phoenix here. Okay. Oh, no, the Phoenix has BKB. Never mind. The Phoenix has BKB. Never mind. I'm wrong. The Phoenix wasn't silenced, yeah. So their timing was better than ours. Anyway. I'm like just trying to kill everyone, even though... Yeah. Oh, that's embarrassing. Let's not talk about it anymore. And I buy back, and we still lose the fight, and everything goes bad, and we lose the game. And I thought that I was playing well. So, when you start losing games, especially like you have like a 3 or 4 or 5 win or loss streak, it could just be that you're unlucky with teams. Honestly, it could happen. But it's much easier to see your mistakes being punished when you look at losses like this. So I might be making a lot of these mistakes in my wins as well, but I can get away with it either because my teammates are playing well, so I just kind of avoid responsibility, or they're just not being punished. My mistakes are not being punished. Like the enemy mid lane is not playing very well. So when a Storm is playing well, which this guy did, he goes like 61, then I don't have a chance. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is kind of a different type of video. I put in the webcam because it's kind of off script and it kind of seems more personal. So I probably cut out a lot of the times that I stumbled and yeah, whatever. See you guys.